Hi and welcome everyone to another Texas Chainsaw Massacre review. And today I will be reviewing Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. Yes. So the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2, it's from 1986. It's from the US. It's directed by Tobe Hooper. It is written by L. M. Kit Carson, of course based by the story by Tobe Hooper. It's starring Dennis Hopper, Carolyn Williams, Jim Sato, Bill Moseley, and Bill Johnson. So in this one, we have Carolyn Williams. She plays a radio host, and she is victimized by, the famous cannibal family, and a former Texas Marshal is hunting them down, which is played by Dennis Hopper. Yes. So, there's a huge difference between part 2 and part 1. After seeing part 1, which is quite raw and gritty and serious, we are thrown into part 2, which almost feels like almost a parody or like a satire. Yes. So it's a whole different feeling right from the start. And I do have to say, I really like Carolyn Williams in this one. I think she was the perfect final girl. I liked her personality. I liked her, what do you say, spunk. Yeah, she just had something. And I also liked that this movie is way bloodier and gorier than the first one. Yeah, we have someone getting like bludgeoned to death with a hammer. It feels like they are like just bludgeoning this character for like 100 times, like until there's almost nothing left, it seems. And that scene was drawn out and it's really effective. I really like that. And then we have like at the beginning like two very young men driving a car, telephoning into this radio host and kind of taunting her. But they will get their comeuppance. Yes. And this is all kind of captured on radio, which is also another kind of interesting aspect, and how Caroline is connected to this Marshall eventually. And then I'm really glad that they brought back some of the cannibal family. We have Jim Sato is back, and we have a new member by Bill Moseley. And I mean, he is really insane in this one. He just plays his character so well. You never know what that character is going to do ever. And then we also get to see a new side of Leatherface, a more mature side, which is a bit weird, but it also kind of makes sense because he has that huge and long and thick chainsaw. That was what I was talking about, of course. Chainsaw. Yes, but yeah, so that becomes a whole another kind of layer. So I think this movie, it has a lot of different kind of layers, and you can kind of read into things a bit more than you could in the first one, because the first one's kind of straightforward. You see what you get, and yeah, not a lot of humor, just boom, here it is. And in this one, there's so many different things and angles to this movie, and I understand that it can feel a bit weird how you should view this movie, because some people don't really like the satire or the kind of comedy or the just weirdness aspect of this film, while others like me really appreciate this movie for being so different from the first one. So I think this was definitely the right step to go when making this sequel. And I also do like the dungeon scenes, or the underground scenes, where Caroline has to wear someone else's face on her. I mean, that was truly terrifying. Leatherface just comes up to her with like a face, and it's like, oh, here. Ooh. Like, you're a guest at my house. Instead of having a welcome drink, here you can have a welcome face. Put it on, make yourself comfortable. Yeah, so yeah, that is also just adds a whole nother dimension to this. But yeah, it is a really good sequel, and I do enjoy watching it. I've seen it many times now, not many times as I've seen the first one. I still think the first one is a little bit better, but this one is also really good. And here we have, my beloved Leatherface. And here is my edition of Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. Yes, so here we have Dennis Hopper with his own chainsaw. Yeah. So here we have one disc, and then we have the scene selections, the chapters. Yeah, a nice Leatherface here. And some special features. We have original theatrical trailer, we have interactive menu scenes, and chapter selections. So, I mean, not a lot, but hey. But, I'm really looking forward to get my hands on that Arrow edition of Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2, because it looks amazing. And I'm really hoping maybe it will come on sale so I can snag it. Yeah. Yeah, so a really worthy sequel. I am giving it an 8 out of 10. So please let me know which grade you will give it and your own thoughts and opinions about the sequel. Is it a good sequel? Is it not a good sequel? Do you maybe like this one more than the first one? Because I've heard a lot of people say that this is their favorite one in the franchise. So I'm really curious to know your opinion. So please let me know in the comments below. So thank you so much for watching my review of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. I will of course be with you with Part 3 in a few days. But I am also putting up a few new reviews on my Patreon page. So if you want to support me, support my channel, help my channel stay alive, basically, help me get some free time to make more videos and better the quality, then please support my Patreon page. It's only $2 a month. And if you can spare it, there are a lot of fun, exclusive reviews and other things going on there. So the link is in the comments. Please check it out. Have an amazing day, everyone. Bye.